dolaşla.
Добрый день, Кристина, Полина, так как я вижу вас, скажите, просто махните головой. Слышите ли вы меня? Да, слышите? Хорошо. Тогда пока у нас еще происходят процессы подключения, позвольте напомнить о том, что Катя Мосин привезла от Гуруджи малу с рудракшами. И если вы ученики Гуруджи и еще пока не взяли свою рудракшу, а желание есть, то она лежит, и в любое удобное для вас время приходите, это в Москва, станция метро примерно Чеховская, Пушкинская, Тверская, йога-студия «Материал», и скажите, что вы за рудракшей. И тогда рудракша будет в ваших руках.
Анна, спасибо большое.
Как всегда у нас будет...
Спасибо, хотела поблагодарить за организацию передачи, вас и вашу команду еще раз. Спасибо вам, что теперь рудракша в Екатеринбурге.
Это Джай Гуруджи. Спасибо. Танюшек, здравствуй. Neha, hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello, hello. Neha, yes. Neha, as always, before a little bit shaky, a little bit, almost nothing, shaking a lot. But this is true.
You can hear me clearly, right?
Neha, I can hear you. Yes, but Neha, probably if it will be louder, as the sound is not that good. The sound is not that focused. Adya, Romi, Jai Babaki.
Now is it clear? Now is it clear?
Neha, can you say something? Now it's better. Now it's better. But let's Tatiana will tell us something. Танюш, скажи, пожалуйста, что-нибудь, чтобы проверить звук.
Hello, guys. How everybody? I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Neha, so Tatiana's voice is much clearer. Can you make it more clear? Like more focus.
Let me enter the meeting again, okay?
Yes, please. Mm-hmm.
Sure?
Yes, sure. Танюшек, а ты меня сейчас слышишь? Кивни, пожалуйста. Хорошо меня слышишь? Или погромче, да? Хорошо? Спасибо. Спасибо, милая. So if you'd like to ask a question, there is a button That is
Can you
called
hear me now?
emotions. Neha, I can hear you. Yeah, give me a second, Neha, I'll find you. So I found you and I'll make you a co-organizer. So I made you. Yes, Neha.
Now can you hear me properly?
Yes, properly. But can you say something else, please? Like 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, of course.
1, 2, 3.
You're
Thank you.
looking
No,
beautiful.
Neha, for me, it looks better. Yes, it's better. Can you agree?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Only for recording, not for photos.
Can you show myself as a, can you pin me so that I can see myself so that Guruji can see himself?
Neha, can you say again?
Can you pin I mean, can you pin me on the screen so that I can see myself?
Yeah, I thought I did it. Give me a second, because I thought I did you as the one who is the main who's on the screen. Then give me a second. Well, give me more time, please. Again.
I see.
Oh.
Pin.
So many of you. Yeah, give me a second.
So many of
Some
you.
more. Give me. Echo.
Это что?
भैया आपने क्या करेगा? मैं ज्वाइन करेगा?
Прекрасно. Мы с тобой можем еще эфир. Очень у нас.
Mute everyone. Now can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Neha, we can hear. Can you see yourself?
Yes, I can see myself first.
That's good. That's
So
good.
you people can wait for 5 minutes and I'll be calling Guruji.
This is very good, Neha. Thank you very much.
Okay, okay. I'll mute myself for 5 minutes, then we'll unmute.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
Okay, okay.
Ребята, пожалуйста, вы не включайте ваш звук так, чтобы не было различных звуков, эхо. И будьте внимательны, что если звук включается, тогда вы его выключаете. Please switch off or mute yourself if you are not the one who is asking the questions. But it's so good to see so many of you. Hi. Hello. Oh, Guruji, Jai Guruji, Jai Guruji,
For
Guruji.
reflection.
Thank you.
Pranam Guruji.
Hello.
Oh, Guruji, this is not the first online darshan, but again, it's like always, like the first time.
I am very happy to see you. Yes.
Guruji, to see you, it's a miracle all the time.
It is a wonderful miracle from science. I appreciate it. I am grateful. Say it's a miracle. I am here in Govardhan. You are there in Russia, but we can see each other and talk. Yes.
Guruji, exactly. Guruji, and not only from Russia, but from all of the world. Like from all of the world, we are joined and together.
Yes, I am very happy. Yes.
Guruji, today is a remarkable day because of the date. Today is the 26th of June. And
Yes.
as we know, in 1998, on the same date, natural Shiva Lingam was installed on the place where the king were cremated.
Yes, exactly. So it's a, for us, it's a historical date.
Guruji, and of course,
23 years ago.
yeah, you wrote a lot about it, but maybe some moments because of the years came up for your understanding why it was exactly on this day, because the lingam was found after a few days of Mahashivaratri, and as we know Mahashivaratri,
Yes, I think actually,
Mahashivaratri,
yes, one day after Mahashivratri. And where we were planning to install it, I mean, it was in a very bad condition. So we took some time to arrange for the money and for the repairs of that building. So somehow it came on 26th of June. Till then, everything was almost done. Repairs were complete and we just installed it.
no Guruji.
And then a new chapter began. Yes. And it is still continuing. I like it now.
Guruji, and give me please a second, as I'd like to share how beautiful Shiva Lingam is, as it's so beautiful. Please give me a second. Yeah, so
Okay.
for
Yes.
those who've never been to this place, this is Shiva Lingam on Yoni, and it's just so good. It's always such a beautiful time when you're doing puja, and very powerful, of course, not just beautiful but so powerful.
Yes, yes.
And this is how it is after. Of course, we are bowed down to Shivalingam as well, Guruji. And also the 26th of June, it's not only about installation of the natural Shivalingam, but it's also the day when the lots of creatures came in 1995. Vultures.
Yes. In 95, so many vultures came. Actually, somehow this date has repeated itself 3 times. In 26th of June 1995, so many vultures appeared here, more than 300 plus. Then in 26th of June 1996, big flood came. The whole area was flooded and we were underwater for 2-3 months. Somehow this date seems to be very important for this place. So I hope everything is now settled down and everything is cool. We hope this now.
Guruji, and probably today, the 26th of June, 2021, also will be a remarkable day for us that we are during this interesting time.
Yes, why not? Yes.
Guruji, today I'd like you to introduce to you who is going to be who will translate darshan. And Tatiana, one of your disciples, she's going to translate the darshan if it will be needed for some of the disciples.
Hello, Guruji. It's a blessing to be here. Thank you for this chance. Thank you.
Guruji, and the first question from Polina.
Okay.
Give me a second, please.
Jai Guruji.
Hello.
My name is Polina. I'm from Moscow. I have a few questions. As I studied your books and darshans, I understand that friendship is a very important component of our life. Even true love starts from friendship, as you told someday. You told that true love starts from a very pure friendship. And go into our relationship with our spirit, it's very important to create this friendship. And I have a very simple question. What is friendship in general? How can you describe a friendship?
Well, friendship is something that you like to share so many things with a person. And he has also the almost similar mindset, who also likes you and would do anything for you, and you would also do anything for him or her. I think with this feeling, it starts a real great friendship. And this is not a commercial venture, it is just from the heart. So heart-to-heart communication, wherever you find it, that is the beginning of the friendship.
Thank you. Thank you.
Itself is a mysterious thing as love is. No one has ever been able to give an exact definition of what is friendship and what is love. I think they go together, two sides of a coin.
Thank you.
Yes.
My second question is, what is the best way to act when someone hurt your feelings? I know that it depends on your perception, but I'm a simple person and I'm very sensitive, and not always this understanding that it's just my perception helps me not to feel the pain. So what is the best?
By making yourself strong. I think this in big society, big humanity, these incidents will happen. Something will hurt you, something will soothe you, something will make you happy. Remember, one point I will just tell you that your happiness, your feeling of being hurt, elation, sadness, everything is inside you. That particular person just made it more expressive, made it come to surface. So if it is inside you, then if you will understand it better, I think you will get over it. It's just not a big issue.
What if I'm still not your disciple, but I'm dreaming of it definitely? What is the best way to make myself stronger if I'm not practicing Kriya? If practice of asanas and Prithvi Namaskar is enough?
These things will definitely help. But the more understanding you will develop by pondering on different things, why you were hurt and why are you feeling happy. I mean, on every emotion. The more you will think on that, the more you will understand them, and understanding will make you very strong.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. And the next question from your disciple.
Okay.
Добрый день, Guruji. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Добрый день.
Добрый день. I'm very happy to see you again. Very happy, and thank you for those past darshan and this online darshan. It is very great, and to see in this situation, to see you on online, it is a blessing for us. And I have a question about Tantra texts. A question about Purnava Tantra. In these texts, is saying about practice of Panchamakaram or 5M.
Okay.
And I'm suspending that there's something of our yoga practice was coded. Am I right in my understanding that, for example, mom says or eating meat means tongue in Kechari mudra, like in Fatha Pradipika?
Exactly.
Exactly, of course. And madhya or drinking wine means amrita flowing from our brain. Okay. Maithuna means union, prana, and apana, or rising kundalini.
It is like prana and apana, and also of rising kundalini and union with Shiva. Yes.
Okay. And mudra means mahamudra. I see.
Mudra means you can take it as Mahamudra. Yes.
And what means matsya in this case? I don't understand this.
Matsya is like your mind. I mean, mind is always moving, like a fish is always moving. So when you have eaten it, that means your mind is absolutely still. That is Matsya.
So can we say that Tantra and yoga practice are the same, but some people make their own interpretation or misinterpretation?
Tantra is actually the literal meaning of the word Tantra is technique. So wherever any technicality is practiced, you can say safely that Tantra is being practiced. Engineering is called Tantric in pure English. So we need to learn the exact meaning of the word and translation also. That will clarify so many things in your mind.
It is written somewhere about Dakshinachara and Vamachara. From where did those conceptions appear?
Same thing, right hand of God and left hand of God. Same thing is Vamachara and Dakshinachara. Vamachara is of the left hand of the God when you are living with a woman or a wife or whatever. And Dakshinachara is when you are observing celibacy and staying away from society. Something like that. You need to study a little bit more.
For me, I think that yoga path is Madhya Marga because it's between Ida and Pingala.
Yes, you can call it. I mean, even Buddha was talking about the middle way. Maybe he was pointing about towards Sukhna. It could be that. And remember, Buddha is portrayed as sitting in lotus pose. And lotus is from yoga. Buddha was not the first inventor or discoverer of it.
Of course.
So he must be practicing yoga.
Of course, yes. Yes. And something else. Can we say that Pashubhava, Virabhava, and Divyabhava are the state of mind on the way of yoga practice?
Well, these things, yes, you can call it. These are the description of the different level of development when you are practicing something, anything, and when your mind will become stronger. So when they try to explain it, they give it a certain name. So just a state of development.
Okay. Thank you very much, Guruji. Thank you very much for your answer, for your wise answers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jai Guruji. And the next question from Елена. Включите, пожалуйста, звук.
Пранам, Гурудев. Перевод, пожалуйста.
Да, конечно.
Конечно, Елена, начни.
Благодарю вас за эту возможность видеть вас, задавать вам вопросы и получать ответы. Но у меня не вопрос, а только большое желание получить практику, когда это будет возможно. А пока я просто читаю ваши книги, читаю ежедневно Бхагавад-гиту, пытаюсь сделать Маули и Агнисару. Благодарю вас.
Guruji, Yelena wanted to express her gratitude for being able to see you and speak to you. She's not yet your disciple, but she has a great wish for initiation to become your student, your disciple. She says that she hopes it will happen when it is possible and the world is open. And she wanted you to know that she reads Gita every day. She tries to do Nauli and Agnisara Kriyas to be stronger. She reads your books every day and wanted to express her thanks and hope for being your disciple.
Okay, I will welcome her. No problem.
Гуруджи сказал, что он с радостью воспримет Елену как ученицу.
Guruji, and the next question from Alexandra.
Okay. Yes, I'm waiting.
Hello, Guruji. Добрый день, Guruji.
Добрый день.
Jai Guruji. I'm happy to see you. And
I'm also very happy to hear you.
I also want to thank you for the opportunity to see you, to speak to you, and also for the practice what we are doing, because it's a great gift and sign of confidence coming from you. And
Very good. Thank you.
Albert is also saying deep pranam. He has to work today, and I'm speaking to you. So I have a few questions. One is about Yoni Mudra, because sometimes I see Kutastha not in the practice time, but for example, it often comes slightly appears when I'm waking up, but my eyes still closed, and I see it slightly appearing in the morning, and sometimes in the day practice, not in Yoni Mudra, but in second Kriya, for example, it also slightly appears in front of my eyes. And so the question is it really Kutastha appears in a daytime, or it is some reflection?
It is really Kutas, and it's a very good sign that means the Purna is opening up from time to time. Only then this thing will appear. And it is the result of very regular prolonged practice over the years. So that tells me you are doing very good. Carry on.
Thank you, Guruji. But I also would like to...
Another thing I will add, with that you must be getting very good, intense, creative ideas, whatever you are doing. You are much more innovative and more creative. I think you can feel it all.
Yes, Guruji. I feel it. Sometimes it really comes from somewhere, just through me.
Yeah, and more will keep coming.
But it's interesting for me. So I know, of course, that is not recommended to do Yoni Mudra in the light daytime, but itself it can appear. So can you just explain?
Because more than once is not good for eyes. So we have to take care of them also.
So it can be dangerous for eyes. That's
why. Not be good for eyes. Yes.
Okay, just I was doubting that I know well the explanation why we should not do it. Okay, thank you. I understood. And I have another question, but I try to be as short as possible to share one information, and then I will ask. So I read about one tribe in Africa called the Himba. So it's a very interesting tribe, and they have a very interesting custom. So the birthday of the person is in this tribe. It's not the day of real birth. It's the day, and not the day of conception. It's the day when mother decides to have a child. And at this moment, she go to live alone. And she, in some moment, she just hears the song of the future child. And then she comes to the father, and they learn this song together. She teaches him the song, and then they sing it at the moment of conception. and then midwife sings it at the moment of the birth, and then the whole tribe learn the song and sing it in all good or bad moment in the life, and also at the moment of the death of the person. So I just think it's very interesting and unusual. And the question is, do you think she has this women, all women of the tribe, do they have this ability to somehow they catch this melody of the name of the spirit?
I think so. This is not a song that the spirit, the name of the spirit there, yes. That sounds like a musical note. So you can call
Yes,
it a song.
you told it, that's why.
The those tribals are very spiritual. And it's a wonderful thing to hear.
So yes, I know it's from you that the name of the spirit is the music. It sounds like a music. I was thinking, wow, they hear this music of the spirit's name.
Yes.
Do you think so? Wow.
I'm sure of it because the way you have described it, they are very spiritual and absolutely not non-commercial people. And they are very spiritual. I think we should appreciate them.
That's very interesting. And this tribe is it's like the people in this tribe, they are most beautiful. Like they have all very beautiful faces.
Very
It's
good.
also
They should be respected also, and they should have everything beautiful around them. Yes.
there is a connection. I'm sure. Yeah.
Very definite connection.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Just I wanted to share it with you. And
Very good and good. Thank you.
thank you, Guruji. Jai Guruji.
Okay.
Guru, thank you very much. And the next question from Christina. Пожалуйста.
Okay.
Namaste, Guruji.
Hello.
I'm happy to see you. Девочки, мне нужен перевод, пожалуйста, можно? А перевод можно, да? Ага. Спасибо. Хорошо, значит, у меня первый вопрос. У меня уровень первый с Хичари. Можно ли мне делать дополнительную практику только по Махамудре или только по Шавасахите Пранаяме?
Guruji, Christina's question is about practice. Her level is the first one with Khechari Mudra. She would like to know if it is possible for her to add more Mahamudras or more Shvasahitas to her practice.
I will recommend more Mahamudras because Mahamudra plays very important role in our Kriya. So she can add more.
Гуруджи ответил вам, Кристин, что вы можете добавить больше Махамудр. Гуруджи бы порекомендовал их, потому что они более мощные. Это даст хороший эффект.
Это имеется в виду в общую практику или отдельно, то есть практику Махамудры делать?
Guruji, is this to practice more Mahamudras separately or combined with the general practice, general everyday practice?
We can combine it with everyday practice.
Можно и с практикой совмещать.
Хорошо, спасибо. Мой второй вопрос насчет 5 элементов. Значит, я заметила, что в ритуалах, которые посвящаются поминанию усопших, они присутствуют, то есть все 5 элементов, да, они участвуют. То есть и огонь, и вода, и воздух, эфир, и земля. Вот. Почему, для чего они нужны уже духу, который уже покинул тело?
Her next question, Guruji, is about the 5 elements. Christina has noticed then, while reading the text, that in the descriptions of rituals to worship the dead, to help them to transition, 5 elements of fire, water, earth, and ether are always used. Her question is, why does a spirit, who is without body already, why could they need these 5 elements? Why are they used in such rituals?
they represent creation of life. And creation of this creation, it is made with 5 elements. And they are also beginningless, eternal substances, no end, no beginning. And they have their own individual consciousness. So every life form is a combination of their different consciousness which creates a particular individual. So in every ritual, when you are doing these things, because this is the basic masonry or the brickwork of the creation, so you must use it. If you are doing some ritual to convey this energy to a particular person or to a particular god. So it is a very simple, practical approach for anything. And here I will mention that earth element is extraordinarily important. I think all my students, they have been discussing about why Sharif and all these things, and we were discussing that you have to take birth again if you really want to progress. And the question was why we need to take birth again when we can continue to practice in why Sharif. So I have a very simple answer. Remember, the main energy, or let's say the Kundalini Shakti, is living in the earth element. It is the essence of the earth element. So when you are in an earthly body, only then you can make use of that energy for a certain purpose. And it will also combine all other 4 elements also. And very different level of consciousness and a different form of life is given. So that's why earth element is extraordinarily important, as every other element also. But the main energy sleeps in earth element. Remember that.
Гуруджи дал такой ответ, что 5 элементов всегда отображают состав жизни, саму жизнь, всегда 5 элементов. Они присутствуют в любом творении и в разных комбинациях. Каждая жизненная форма – это комбинация этих 5 элементов, так же, как и каждое сознание. Поэтому в ритуалах необходимо их использовать, чтобы была возможность передать эту энергию. Например, ушедшему духу в ритуале поминовения предков. Без этого не будет энергии, передачи энергии. Поэтому даже в такой простой практике используются все 5 элементов. И дальше Гуруджи объяснил по поводу элемента Земля, почему он считает его экстраординарным. И он вспомнил для нас, что было много обсуждений с учениками, почему почему рождаться на Земле снова, если можно практиковать йогу в эфирном теле без элемента Земли, не рождаясь на Земле. И Гуруджи напомнил, что кундалини Шакти живет в элементе Земли, только там ее можно ощутить и найти. И только земное тело способно получать такую энергию и затем комбинироваться с остальными 4 элементами. Поэтому из-за практики в земном теле возникает совершенно особый уровень сознания, особая форма жизни, это особая форма жизни, которая происходит. Поэтому элемент Земли очень важен, ну, конечно, наравне с остальными 4. Вот такой ответ.
Thank you, Гуруджи. У меня еще вопросик, если можно. У меня год назад мама ушла из жизни, и после похорон на 3-й день, вот когда она умерла, она приснилась моей бабушке и попросила, чтобы я поминала ее мясом. Вот, она спросила, как у меня дела, и чтобы я поминала ее мясом. Что это может значить?
Guruji, the next question is really personal. Last year, Christina's mother passed away, and after the 3rd day of her death, her mom came in a dream to Christina's grandmother, and in the dream, her mom said that, please, Christina, when you remember me by eating meat. Her question is, what could this mean and what should she do? What should Christina do?
That means she died when she was thinking about eating meat. It is better if she will do it for her. So maybe after 1 or 2 times, if she will do it, she will stop appearing in a dream, demanding it. Do it.
А Гуруджи дал такой ответ, что, скорее всего, во время смерти она думала о мясе или была какая-то ассоциация, и что вы можете 1 или 2 раза сделать это, и никаких проблем не будет съесть мясо.
Да, я, конечно же, сделала, потому что я не знала, что мне делать.
Eat whatever was her most favorite dish of meat. Eat that, remembering.
Да, можно съесть самую простейшую форму мяса. Guruji, yes, Christina did that because she felt it was important. She already did that. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Anything for the mother.
Все, что угодно для мамы. Мы должны делать все, что мы можем, сказал Гуруджи.
Спасибо. Вы последний вопрос, девчонки, пожалуйста. Значит, у меня вот совсем недавно появился такой эффект странный. Вот когда сильное эмоциональное состояние, у меня как будто тело начинает, вот я чувствую, оно все внутри горит, и требуется вот как будто какой-то физический выплеск в виде каких-то движений. Вот, и я интуитивно, я закрываю глаза и начинаю делать движения. Получается что-то вроде танца. Вот, еще я, когда закрываю глаза, я вижу образ женщины, которая танцует и за которой я повторяю движения. Вот, один раз это было, я видела не женщину, а кобру, такую всю, то есть в стойке с открытым капюшоном, то есть такую грозную. Вот, но я тоже за ней повторяла движения, вот, и после этого становится достаточно гармоничное состояние. Что это может быть? Это таким образом пытается со мной как-то дух общаться, или, может быть, это какие-то воспоминания там прошлых жизней, вот, что это может быть?
Guruji, Christina's next question is also really personal, and it is about her emotional states. Sometimes when her emotional state is really strong, she feels that her body is burning inside, and she feels that she needs to release this energy, this pent-up energy. And intuitively, she closes her eyes, and that moment, Christina dances. Her movements, done intuitively, look like a dance. Sometimes, behind her closed eyes, she can see a woman dancing, and she repeats after her movements. Once, she even saw a cobra who was really powerful with an open hood. She looked scary, but Christina always also repeated her movements, copied her movements. So Christina's question is, what is this? Is it spirit, her spirit trying to communicate with her, or is it the memory of past life? What do you think?
It is her consciousness which is playing with her. Our emotions are what we are, and they are an expression of your consciousness. So it is your mind's perception of your own consciousness as a woman you see dancing. I think it is very good. You will learn so much dancing by that. Very good.
Кристин, Гуруджи ответил, что это ваше подсознательное играет с вами, что эмоции связаны с подсознанием, а также с нашим сознательным умом. И, соответственно, вот это выражение, которое вы чувствуете, это очень хорошая вещь, и вы сможете научиться больше чувствовать себя, учиться этому опыту. Это хороший опыт.
Гуруджи, спасибо большое, thank you very much. Большое счастье с вами общаться, спасибо вам большое. Спасибо за рудракшу, которую вы нам любезно предоставили. Вот, спасибо вам огромное. Мы вас любим.
Sends her pranam, and she says she loves you very much, and her thanks for giving the Rudraksha, for giving this blessing to her. She loves you very much. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
Guruji, we'd like to take 3 minutes technical brains. Dear participants as well, please, let's take 3 minutes break to make the sound, to make Guruji the sound better. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please. Участники взяли 3-минутный перерыв, чтобы сделать звук более лучшим, поэтому немного терпения. Guruji, can you say 1, 2, 3?
Yes, I can speak whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Just for you to tell us. Yes, we can hear you. Probably it's a little bit better. So we are keep asking a question, Guruji, and the next question from your disciple. Give me a second. Vasily, please, your turn.
Pranam Guruji.
Thank you. Hello.
Guruji, I have a kind of personal question. My stepfather died recently, 9 days ago. And the question is, what I can do for him? Is there anything specific? I mean, we're doing all these Christian rituals and visiting cemetery and so on. But is there anything which I personally can do for him to help?
Well, you are already doing all the rituals which are prescribed in Christianity. I think the most best thing you can do for your father is to remember him with all love and respect in your heart. That will give him big support. Remember him with big love and big respect from your heart. That will be enough.
Thank you, Guruji. That's a lot for me. Hundreds pranam, Guruji. Thank you for support and for all these darshans. They're really helpful for us.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Все.
Guruji, next question from your disciple as well. Anton, your turn.
Okay.
Pranam Guruji.
Hello.
Guruji, you look great. How are you?
Well, I am very happy when I am facing you all and talking. Yes, I am feeling good. Thank you.
Guruji, I have a few questions about Mahamudras, but I need translator help.
Okay.
Помоги, пожалуйста, с переводом. Первый вопрос. Гуруджи упоминал, что минимальное количество махамудр 24. 12 утром, 12 вечером. Это минимальное количество, которое необходимо, чтобы укрепить наше физическое тело и чтобы подготовить нашу нервную систему для более высоких ступеней практики. Вопрос, можно ли делать 24 махамудры в течение одной практики?
Guruji, Anton's question is about Mahamudras. Anton remembers that you mentioned that your disciple, he can do 24 Mahamudras, 12 in the morning and 12 in the evening, to make the body stronger, to make the nervous system stronger, and to progress in the practice. His question is it possible for him to make 24 Mahamudras at one setting, at one practice?
Yes, it is possible and it is highly recommended. We can do that.
24 тоже можно за одну практику, это сильно рекомендуется.
Спасибо. Второй вопрос. Гуруджи также упоминал, что практика Махамудра увеличивает силу элемента огня, который сокрыт в элементе земли. И также Гуруджи говорил, что эта практика Махамудр увеличивает жизненную силу. Вот если жизненная сила – это прана, которую мы пытаемся поместить в сушумну, являются ли синонимами в данном случае элемент огня и прана?
The next question is also about Mahamudras, about some Anton read and heard how you talked about Mahamudras, that Mahamudras increase our earth element in the body and the fire in the body, yes. And this element of fire increases our life force. Is this life force, which is being increased prana, which we're trying to put into Sushumna? And the question overall is this fire element, which is increased and kindled by Mahamudras, is it the same as prana or is it different?
They are both different things. Fire element creates enough energy, so your life is possible. For animation, that energy is needed. Prana simply switches on that light source.
Гуруджи сказал, что это разные вещи. Элемент огня просто дает вам энергию, дает энергию. Но прана, она просто существует как энергия жизненной силы. Это разные вещи.
Да, и такое наблюдение, что практика Махамудра, скажем так, увеличивает жар в теле, и тело действительно начинает подсыхать. Если это связано с элементом огня, как можно сбалансировать элемент огня в теле и как скомпенсировать вот этот эффект подсыхания?
Yes, he understands, Guruji. Thank you very much for your answer. And the next question is the follow-up to this one. So if this, he notices, Anton notices that doing a lot of Mahamudras, the body starts to shrink a little bit. It becomes more, maybe stronger and smaller at the same time. It shrinks a little bit. How can he balance the influence of the earth, of the fire, element, so that the body doesn't shrink so much and he doesn't feel so much fire and heat while he is practicing or after practicing Mahamudras?
Well, he should read Hatyo Pradipika. The result of mudra is the body is not shrinking, it is becoming more slimmer and more shapelier. It will go to the exact shape or the best shape of his life. So you should not consider shrinking too much. He is becoming slimmer and more shapely. That's the main thing.
Гуруджи дал гностический ответ. Он сказал, что стоит опять почитать Хатха-йогу про типику. Что такое результат Махамудры? Махамудра делает тело не усыхающим, тело не сохнет, а становится стройнее, и в итоге приобретает лучшую форму из всех возможных для вашего тела, вашей жизни. И поэтому нужно просто оценить, радоваться, что вот такая форма – это просто стройнее тела.
Хорошо, спасибо большое. И заключительный вопрос. Можно ли как-то получить ревизию практики?
The final Anton's question is it possible to take a revision of the practice somehow?
Why not?
Как это
But
можно?
I think technically he is doing right. He is a good yogi and no problem with it. Technical problem, there is no problem about it. So he just continue to do whatever he is doing very regularly. That's enough.
Guruji сказал,
if he is shrinking, that means he is doing right.
Гуруджи снова в хорошем настроении пошутил, что если вы худеете, то значит вы точно очень усердно занимаетесь и все замечательно. Если серьезнее, то вначале он сказал, что с точки зрения техники, технической стороны, он видит, что у вас отличная практика, и можно сделать ревизию, но это не обязательно. Продолжайте также интенсивно заниматься то, что вы делаете, так, как вы делаете.
Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you for your wisdom. Pranam, Guruji.
All the best.
Jai Guruji, and the next question from Yulia.
Слышно?
Okay,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Pranam Guruji. Thank you very
Hello.
much.
Thank you.
Мне понадобится перевод. Я сделала кичари 1,5 года назад, а я сделала вот кичари на этой неделе. Разрешите ли вы нам получить первый уровень скичари в нашем городе в условиях карантина, пока вот мы в таких условиях находимся? Спасибо.
Yulia, I think the girl who is in blue, who was speaking, she said that she did Kichari 1.5 years ago, and the girl in white did Kichari Mudra, accomplished Kichari Mudra last week. The question from both of them, is it possible to receive the first level with Kichari in their hometown while the quarantine is still closing the borders of the countries?
Yes, why not? If there is a senior disciple of mine there, they can learn it from him or her. First level with Kichari.
Гуруджи ответил, что если рядом с вами есть старший ученик, то вы можете получить от него эту практику, первый уровень скетчерей, что он очень порадовался вашим успехам.
Thank you very much. We're so happy. Pranam Guruji. Pranam Guruji.
All the best. Thank you.
Jai Guruji, and the next question from Oля, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Anna. Pranam Gurudev.
Thank you.
Thank you for the the blessing of gurus, Sri Babaji Maharaj and God. I have the possibility to see you, have a mutual darshan. I have one question. I need to translate.
Okay.
Мой вопрос такой. Я познакомилась с вами, когда искала книгу Бхагавад-гита, и имея в виду иметь настоящие санскритские буквы. После этого я, когда узнала ваше имя и то, что вы комментируете Бхагавад-гиту с точки зрения крия-йоги, я начала смотреть видео по интернету, и мне очень импонировала, понравилась ваша манера изложения учения крия-йоги. И я очень увлеклась этим, мне понравилось, как вы делаете пуджу Шиве, как вы занимаетесь физически, как вы относитесь к своим ученикам. Мой вопрос таков. В течение нескольких раз я видела во сне вас в окружении очень немногого количества ваших учеников, сидящих около огня. И мой вопрос таков. В каком месте это происходит, встреча во время сна с вашими учениками? Это в анахате или в харичакре, или в высших локах, такие, например, как дивья-лока или виджнана-лока? Ответьте, пожалуйста, где происходит эта божественная встреча во снах с вашими учениками? Thank you.
Guruji, Ola's question is very interesting. First, she told that she met you, she learned your name when she was seeking a book, Bhagavad Gita, on the Sanskrit. So Sanskrit letters in the book. When she learned your name and saw your picture, she started to watch videos with you, to research, and she just loves how you treat your disciples, how she loves your style, talking about Kriya Yoga and about your commentaries on Gita. She loves how you conduct puja. And one night, she saw you in a dream. You were sitting at the fire with a very few disciples. Her question is, this meeting with such a few disciples, where could this happen? In Anahata Chakra, or Divya Loka, or Vijnana Loka, or some other planes? Or where could such spiritual and unusual meeting with you, of your disciples, how could it come about?
It can come about in the astral plane. These meetings happen and they are possible there. In the astral world, yes.
Гуруджи ответил, что такая встреча действительно была, такие встречи существуют, они встречаются в астральном мире.
Thank you, Gurudev. I
Thank you.
dream to go to your home, to Regardham, and be your disciples in real life.
Okay, you are, thank you.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Thank you, Guruji. And the next question from your disciple, Irina, please.
Pranam Guruji.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Yes.
I can hear you.
It's a personal question. I think I continue this tradition, and I knew Tanya, maybe we cannot include it into the transcription, written transcription afterwards.
Okay.
I'm practicing with Kechari between 12 and 24 Mahamudras daily. I'm in the early pregnancy, so 3 weeks ago I stopped doing Mahamudras and Yoni Mudra. because holding breath is strongly not recommended. It's the longest break since my Diksha from regular Kriya Yoga. I miss it a lot. I also am realistic because I understand that my practice will transform and probably get paused or slowed down incredibly in the upcoming year or more. But how should I do you? Yeah, I would love.
I will congratulate you for going. You are going to be a mother, and after you are a mother, you will become even more strong, and practice will become more refined and better. So it's a very welcome thing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And maybe what Sasha Konnikova shared, Alexandra, before about the song and this ritual of the tribe. So I will try to listen to the song of the new spirit.
I think you may listen.
I just share a very short magical story that I tend to interpret as a blessing. 1 month ago, I got invited to make a theater project from the museum. And the museum has shadow puppets collection from India. The puppet that I was working with is a Hanumanji from Karnataka, more than 100 years old. So I was very close. I was able to touch this shadow puppet. So it felt special. So coincidences are not coincidental. I tend to think out of thousands of objects that they have in the museum, I got to work with Hanuman shadow puppet.
Yes. And I will say one thing, you are practicing pranayam. For pranayam, you need to have air, pavan. And Hanumanji is the son of the air element. So it fits exactly with you, whatever you are doing. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pranam Guruji.
All of us.
Guruji, thank you very much. Guruji, thank you very much. And the next question from Eddie. So, Eddie.
Hello, Pranam Guruji.
Hello.
Pranam, very nice. Happy to see you, and thanks all for this opportunity. I have a question which I wrote down. If I can read it, it's related to the Shiva Sutra. Okay, just 1 second. All right. So it's about the last slokas. Just to be brief, I want just to mention the 73 translation of the slokas. So that says, when established in true knowledge, he is no more, thereby life also is no more. So the exposition says, maybe want to read it, so just to then make my question. A yogi who successfully delivers vast dormant consciousness of the mind through the medium of his body becomes capable of forsaking existence of the body yogically, merely with a wish, knowing the very cause of birth and death, and the creation and the destruction of the entire creation. He is able to know his essence, the Shiva, the Supreme Time Mahakal. When such great time conscious person leave his body yogically, his visible physical existence is over, and his mind, that is the cause of birth of consciousness and the basis of relationship with the body, also submerges into its origin. So if you like, I can share the screen if it's not been clear for everybody. Otherwise, I can make my question now.
You can make it now. Why not?
Yeah, is it been clear? So is it in this way, according to what I've been reading, only through a process of leaving the body behind, attain this like a union, perfect merging with Shiva, Mahakal? Or is it possible also by taking the body with us, by transmuting the frequencies of it into a higher density of consciousness? I don't know if I made myself clear.
When when your consciousness has developed 100%, then you will realize the core of your life, why you are, and why this body was needed for you. And when the need is over, its body is just a stepping stone which you just leave behind when you are going forward. And then you will be in a situation, to create or uncreate any physical body, whatever you will need at that time.
I had some problem with the audio. If I understood well, you said that when we merge with the super consciousness, we will be able to create if we want the body, physically speaking, or just stay beyond the body. Is that what you said?
When you have realized the essence of the creation, why your body was created, and why your consciousness needed that, when you have reached that particular reason, and you have developed your consciousness 100%, maybe even more, then your perspective on life will be very different. When you will realize the essence of 5 different elements and their combinations, which is we start to call our body, you are free to create as many different combinations as you need. So why always remain with only one form of body or something when you are in a situation to create as many as you want?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, it makes sense. Right. Thank you very much. You give me a great answer, Guruji. Yes, I understood that. Thank you. I'll leave the space for the other students. Thank you very much. Namaste. Pranam.
Guruji, and the next. Thank you, Guruji. The next question from Vivek.
Guruji, Charan Sparsh.
Please.
Guruji, Pranam. How are you, sir? Guruji, how are you? All well?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you very much for asking.
Thank you, sir. Guruji, one very quick question. I saw your video of today, Bhu Devi. I think we could not ask something more because we both of us were doing Prithvi Namaskar today, and exactly after that we saw your video, and 7 minutes video was overwhelming. Very, very excellent video. I can't explain in words.
Thank you very much.
One question, Guruji, on that is you mentioned that one should read Isha Upanishad commentaries. So where can we find excellent commentary like what you have said?
Actually, I was not talking about commentary. You should read Isha Upanishad and its literal translation.
Okay, sir.
And then you will, after listening to my video, you will understand it from a very different perspective. That is what indicated.
Done. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam. Pranam.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Guruji. And the next question from Yelena. Yelena, please. Елена.
Нам, Гуруджи. У меня несколько вопросов, 2 вопроса по практике. Когда сажусь практиковать Махамудру, у меня не получается полностью, то есть 12 раз подряд вести ее. Я ее разделяю на 4 раза, там, если 12, то есть да, на 3 раза, или же по 2 раза я отдыхаю. То есть мне очень тяжело дается. Вот ее все-таки нужно как-то переходить через себя, преодолевать вот эту трудность, то что если тяжело, то все равно делать полностью вот от начала и до конца без перерыва. Это вот первый вопрос по Махамудре.
Guruji, Yelena's first questions about practicing Mahamudras. This is a tough technique for her. And when she is trying to complete 12 Mahamudras, she can't do that at once without taking a break. So sometimes she breaks between 4 or 3, or even between every 2 Mahamudras, and she takes some rest. Her question is, should she try to overcome herself? Should she try to accomplish 12 Mahamudras in one go? Or is it okay to rest?
She should continue to practice as best as she can. And with enough time, she will become strong, and going 12 Mahamudras without break will become possible. Just she should do it regularly.
нужно делать, ответ Гуруджи таков, что нужно делать регулярную практику на пределе возможного, но при этом со временем 12 раз сделать Махамудру без отдыха, без перерыва станет возможным для вас, это станет легко. Поэтому нужно просто делать до этого момента, делать дальше, так как получается, так как вы можете.
Спасибо. Второй вопрос, это у меня швасахита. Вот начинается швасахита, и у меня приходит такой момент, что я начинаю вся чесаться. Мне как-то вот что-то забыла, почесаться, как-то подергаться мне нужно. Вот именно вот это во время швасахита. Вот пока остальное все дело идет как-то вот более-менее, а здесь вообще вот просто тело не может спокойно вот находиться в таком неподвижном состоянии. То есть оно постоянно начинает что-то вот искать, вот беспокойный ум становится. Не знаю, как себя сдерживать.
The next question, Guruji, is also about practice, about practicing Shvasahitas. Only at this stage in the practice does Yelena feel that she is starting to itch. The mind becomes very agitated. She's thinking about forgetting something. She can't stay still. Her posture is unstable, and there is no peace inside. She can't even withhold all these movements. She can't keep still. What can she do about that?
Well, she can continue to practice constantly. Slowly, these things will fall away, and her practice will become better. Only with practice, she will overcome this.
Гуруджи ответил, что регулярная практика здесь тоже требуется, и эти вещи, они будут уходить со временем, они просто исчезнут. Пока они есть, но они исчезнут. Продолжать, это единственная как бы рекомендация, продолжать делать так, как вы делаете, свою практику.
Да, спасибо. И сейчас еще вопрос по поводу снов. У меня одно время очень часто были такие явные сны, и они прям какие-то вот настолько явные, что я даже чувствовала вот, запах, вкус. Вот, например, у меня был такой сон с участием Гуруджи, все, то есть вот я нахожусь как будто бы на территории Гуруджи, и вот какой-то такой полумрак, ротонда, я иду к этой ротонде, и передо мной лежит мешок. Я поднимаю этот мешок, оттуда поднимается кобра. И я так замираю и смотрю, что идет Гуруджи с Махатмаджи. Вот, и ко мне подходит, и я так от змеи, от кобры назад отхожу, а змея мне впивается прямо в горло. Я чувствую вот эту боль жгучую, какой-то вот запах крови, вкус крови. И Гуруджи кладет мне руку на плечо, садимся, и кобра так успокаивается и уползает. Ну, то есть вот примерно вот такого плана сны вот снятся. Вообще, как к этим снам относиться, или просто то, что возможно, после практики какие-то впечатления, или же все-таки вот, что-то они дают и показывают какие-то знаки, там, в общем, как реагировать на такие сны.
Yelena's final question is about dreams, but the dreams are connected with you, Guruji, and with Govardhan. So sometimes she sees really clear and vivid dreams, and she described one of them with you. She wasn't Govardhan, she was walking towards Ratondra. She saw a bag with something inside, and she learned later it was a snake, a cobra. And at the same time, you and Mahatmaji are coming along. Suddenly, Yelena, in her dream, she moves away from the cobra and towards you. And at the same moment, the cobra bites her in her throat. And she feels the blood, the sense of blood, all the sensations are physical. Then you put your hand on her shoulder and this cobra calms down. Her question is, how should she treat such dreams? Is there a reaction necessary? Is it a sign that something is wrong with maybe with something? Is it a sign of anything or just past memories? What do you think?
I think it was a dream in which some of our major problems are removed by the grace of the Guru. That is the meaning of that particular dream. Some big problem which was coming our way has been removed.
Гуруджи ответил вам, Елена, что, скорее всего, это милость гуру в этом сне, что, скорее всего, какие-то очень основные важные проблемы в жизни, которые надвигались на вас, гуру их убрал. И это вот такое вот благословение, которое реально случилось и выразилось в этом сне.
Да, я обратила внимание, что после таких снов у меня что-то в жизни очень прям так сильно меняется. И ну, вот именно после вот этих снов я обратила на это внимание. Спасибо.
Guruji, Yelena says her thanks, and she has noticed that after such dreams, her life changes, and something happens, something changes, and it's to the better, always for the better. So,
very positive.
Да, и последний вопрос у меня. Во время страха, когда мне становится страшно, либо вот я начинаю что-то переживать, что-то в трудные моменты жизни, я вспоминаю всегда как-то вот больше Гуруджи и произношу мантру Гуруджи мысленно. Вот вопрос, правильно ли я делаю, то есть либо вообще нужно просто спокойно относиться к этому и, так скажем, не беспокоить таким образом.
Guruji, and one more question came up. Yelena says that when she feels a tremendous fear in some life circumstances or just some worry, she usually remembers you, and inside her mind, she repeats your Guru mantra. Is it okay to do that, or should she better not disturb you at this time?
It is absolutely best to do that. He can continue to do that.
Гуруджи ответил, что это абсолютно прекрасно так делать, и нужно продолжать так делать, это правильно.
Пранам, Гуруджи. Спасибо. Да, у меня все, спасибо.
Jai Guruji. Jai Guruji. And the next question, Maria, your disciple, Guruji.
Pranam, Guruji.
Hello.
Pranam, Guruji. Hello, I'm so happy, so incredible, happy to see you. I can feel it. Thank you. And I have some words to thank you. I tell it last time, but I think it's necessary to tell. I'm so happy because of you and because of Kriya. Now I am surrounded with people who love me and I love them. And most of them are your disciples, and it feels like community, and we support each other, and it's magic. It's absolutely magic. And I think when we talk about you, when we all talking about you, it feels like you're closer. Thank you so much for this experience.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And I have also one question. Is it necessary for your disciple to get some after-death rituals? If my relatives be so kind and cremated my body after my death, and maybe some of them put my ash in the water, in the river, is it okay? Or I need something, maybe other disciple to go to you and ask you to pray, something like this?
Yes, your relatives can do that also, and your friends, other disciples can come here, and we will take care. Don't worry.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And maybe if you remember, 5 years ago, my father, he passed away, and you were so kind. You gave me the priest, and it was some kind of puja. I don't know the name. And
yes, it is recommended, and it can be done for anyone.
Yeah, thank you. And a month ago, I visited my father's grave. The put of his ash, the place of his ash was inside the earth, and I feel like it was really peaceful. And I feel like he's now, maybe he's reborn now. It feels like he is free. He is not here.
He is at peace for sure. Yes.
I understand. Guruji, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guruji, thank you very much for this opportunity, just not to ask you a question, but to share the emotions. As we are not able to come to you, the emotions are overwhelmed. And therefore, thank you so much for letting us to express emotions, Guruji.
Well, if you will not share your emotions with the Guru, then what is the use of the relationship between a disciple and a Guru? With an of spiritual practice, yoga practice, very different consciousness will develop and it will refine your emotions also. And you will need to share them and discuss them also. And Guru is the only person who will actually understand them. In the beginning, of course. So you are only welcome to share. Thank you.
Guruji, and the next question from, oh, sorry.
Okay.
Guruji, sorry, the connection was lost, therefore probably I interrupted you, but I didn't mean. The next question from Ilya.
Okay.
Raman Guruji.
Hello.
I had significant changes in my life past 2 years, and now I have a perfect living condition for the practice. And thank you for that. And I have a standard question for that time. I got Kishari about more than 1 year ago, actually, and I would like to ask you to give me a full first level, if it's possible, in Russia.
Yes, you can go to Anna or some senior disciple and learn from them.
Thank you. And I have a question about my concentration during the practice. Actually, I found that during the morning practice, concentration is better than during the evening practice. In the evening, I can easily lost calculation, lost myself. Something when I'm doing Shiva Sahitas, for example, when I'm doing exhale, I can fall asleep or something for maybe seconds, or I don't know. Then I feel that I need air, and I waking up. At the morning, I could not lost where I am in the practice. What should I do to improve it?
Well, I keep telling evening practice is the most important because it is difficult for some people in comparison to the morning practice. So when you will become stronger, the evening practice will become much more easier. Keep doing it.
Okay, thank you very much, Guruji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Yeah. Рене. Yeah. Илья, do you finish? Вы закончили вопросы? Извините, у меня связь прерывалась.
Yes, I'm ready.
Тогда спасибо. Thank you very much, Guruji. Sorry. So the next question from Rene. He is from Australia. And give me a second, Guruji.
Okay.
I will turn.
Har Mahadev, Guruji.
Har Mahadev.
Sir, I'm from Australia. So many of your videos from YouTube, and practicing yoga almost for 5 years. We have a family. Our family, we had an old sage, Naga Sadhu. He gave our family some mantra, and due to some problem I have here, suddenly I start chanting the mantra, and after that I got some spiritual experience, and maybe you understand what I'm trying to say, not others, like the Guru Chakra. Later on I find it out that was Guru Chakra, Mahadev, and when it awakens, after that so many things start happening automatically, yoga going on, and so many things which I cannot explain here. You understand, which mentioned in Hatyo Pradipika. And so, but it's sometimes very hard to manage in the normal life, you know. Normal life is totally finished. Like mind is somewhere else, and all the time it's very powerful force, you know that, and still doing it. So there's one question, like when I watch so many Naga sadhus and like they all are extraordinarily advanced in the yogas, they can do those things which are ordinary, but are they all in samadhi?
I have no idea. You would need to ask it from a Naga sadhu. I have no idea. I am not in touch with them.
No, like because they are extraordinarily advanced, I'm thinking sometimes like because when I see them on my progress, and you know, to them, because everybody aims for that, as you always mention, samadhi is a graduation, that it should be your aim. So sometimes I wonder if they are so much advanced, if not go there. So
are you
these
planning to
things
become a Naga sadhu?
No, that's not just saying, just they're doing yoga, they are.
I just told you, I am not in connection with them. I am not in touch with Nagas, and I don't want to appear like a Naga. You are welcome to join them if you want.
There is also one. There's also one question, like as I'm there's one guy, his name was Swami Ramai. Maybe I don't know, you listen him through YouTube. He's also very great sage of the Himalayas, and he mentioned like whatever happening at the moment is already happened long time ago in the subtle world, and whatever is happening in our life also, it's also still exists somewhere, is as a dream, as a memory. It means everything is still in the past. So it means, and in a Bhavishya Purana also mention these things already happened, and you also mentioned Krishna also, these things repeated again and again. So what about our life? We also repeat before in the.
My thoughts are not on this line. My observation is that history never repeats itself. Every time there is always something new. And I would like to mention, I don't see YouTube.
What do you say? I cannot hear you.
I say I never see YouTube, and my thoughts are different on this matter.
Oh, okay. Actually, I would love to see you, but due to some issues, I'm not be able to come. But whenever I'll come to India, I'll definitely want to see you. But
it is good you are seeing me on this online thing. I rarely see people.
yeah, I know that. I've seen some videos. Like I know so many people wants to see you. It's hard to meet.
Yeah, but then again, I don't
And
like to see.
Can you explain what is Maya in according to your understanding?
We are not interested in Maya. I mean, it's a philosophical thing which is being discussed for thousands of years. So you read it all and you form your own conclusion what is Maya. I will accept whatever God has created. I think okay.
As an experiential, when you.
What?
Yeah. And Guru Gobind Singh also, if you have a time and in the future, can you elaborate on his teachings, like according what you understand?
So much, he's a historical figure, so much things are reported about him, you can read them.
Guruji, thank you very much. Rene, thank you very much for your interest.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are moving. Ksenia, please switch on. Give me a second.
Guruji. And my question is quite funny. Are you hear me? Sorry.
I can hear you.
I think the internet. I can see now.
I can hear you. Hey.
Гуру, just a second. Ксения, ты можешь...
Yes, I hear.
Ксения, милая, ты можешь выключить видео, и тогда звук и connection будет лучше.
So,
Guruji, so the connection is lost. She will come back, and then the next question from Yaroslav.
Right.
Therefore,
Okay.
let's move to Yaroslav, please.
Слышно меня?
Да, очень хорошо. Продолжайте, Ярослав.
Гуруджи, пранам. Мне перевод понадобится.
Thank you.
Добрый день, Гуруджи. Я хотел первый вопрос задать по поводу практики.
Thank you.
У меня первый уровень без кичари, но я уже год как кичари сделал, тренируюсь, также делаю практику. И хотел разрешения попросить, можно ли мне у старших учеников попросить получить полный уровень в кичари. Ну, если вы разрешите, да.
Guruji, Yaroslav's first question is about practice. His level is the first one, and 1 year ago, he accomplished Gechari Mudra. He would like to ask for your permission. He would like to ask for your permission to go to some senior disciple and to ask for the full practice with Gechari so that he can practice.
Yes. He has my permission. You can do it.
Guruji разрешает, Ярослав?
Спасибо большое. И у меня второй вопрос я хотел еще задать. У меня был сон, хотел вот у Гуруджи поинтересоваться, что он скажет по этому поводу. В этом сне я встречался с Гуруджи, шел к нему навстречу. Мы увиделись, он находился в помещении, так же, как Даршан дает. Там было видно, что он дает практику ученикам. Он был вместе с племянницей, со своей, в хорошем настроении. Я когда пришел, он меня сначала так по-отцовски поругал, потом позвал с собой, чтобы в другое помещение. Когда я следовал за ним, прошли в другое помещение, и когда он повернулся ко мне, он уже был выше ростом, большого роста, 3 метра, наверное. И когда он повернулся ко мне, у него лицо приобрело очертания, как у Ханумана, Хануманджи. Когда он повернулся ко мне, да, он взял меня как ребенка и подкинул в небо. После этого поймал и еще раз подкинул, но уже в космос. Вот, да. После этого я уже не помню, как там, я проснулся, да. Вот, и мне хотелось узнать, что скажет Гуруджи по этому поводу.
It looks like today the darshan is a lot about dreams and seeing Guruji in our dreams, because Yaroslav's question is also about his dream. When he was meeting with you, it was happening in your living room, like when the darshan is happening, and you, Guruji, you were giving practice, you were teaching in the other room with your niece, and you were in a good mood. When Yaroslav came to you, you scolded him a little bit, like you would a son, like a father would scold a son for his mischieving things that he do. Yes.
That is good, man.
Then you went to the other room and suggested Yaroslav to follow after you. So Yaroslav went after you, and in the other room, you were about 3 meters tall. You were suddenly 3 meters tall. Yes,
Okay.
and in this dream, your face took the outline of Hanuman's G face. And
Wow.
you take Yaroslav in the dream, you take Yaroslav in your hands and pump him in the air one time, and the second time into the universe, into the outer space. And then he woke up. How could you comment on this dream? Yaroslav would very much love to know that.
Well, it's a significant dream, and I think a big development in physical life and spiritual life are waiting for him. So let's see. I have given him a big boost in his dream. He will progress better now.
Ярослав Гуруджи ответил, что, скорее всего, во сне он дал вам большую энергию движения вверх, большой такой толчок к росту. Это очень хороший сон, и, скорее всего, это толчок вперед в вашем физическом развитии. Гуруджи говорит, что это точно толчок вперед в вашем физическом и духовном развитии. То есть Гуруджи дал вам вот какую-то энергию для продвижения вперед.
Большое спасибо, Гуруджи. Очень рад вас видеть.
Yaroslav is really thankful of your support and being able to see you, Guruji.
I'm happy to talk with you and see you.
Pranam, Guruji.
Okay.
Thank you, Guruji. And the next question from Maria, please.
Pranam, Guruji. I'm so happy to see you. And my question, I should ask firstly, I should tell you the conditions of my life to show what's happening. So last year I had a disease, and it was, I think, after coronavirus. And I was like 8 months having problems with the control of body temperature. I've had a very tough heart rate was very high, heart attacks, some bad things were happening to me. And even I tried to keep practicing, but I couldn't, because any physical tension put me into deep stress and I couldn't practice. So doctors, they told me that any medicine didn't help. So the doctors changed my blood. So I was like 2 months making procedures of replacing my blood. So after that, I slowly went out from this problem. And I tried to continue practicing, and I noticed one thing, and the only one thing which were holding me was daily reading of Bhagavad Gita Ji. So I'm very thankful this incredible support in any life problems. So it gives me power and strength. And after coming back to the practice, I noticed that I lost ability to feel my body. And I lost ability to, before I was like seeing some things, like people are there reporting, like we saw this in practice, we saw this. Now I like black out, so I don't feel anything, I don't see anything. So does it mean that it's a degradation, or what's going on?
It's a temporary thing. You are recovering from the trauma. It will pass. Be brave and have patience. It will pass.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for such a big support for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. And the next question from your disciple, Evgenia.
Okay.
Jai Guruji. Jai Guruji.
Hello.
I am so happy to see you. Thank you for Varsha. It's like a blessing for me. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tatiana, could you help to translate my question,
Конечно.
please?
Конечно.
У меня один вопрос. Вопрос связан с книгой Упанишада «Бессмертие». Вот здесь был такой вопрос. Я помню, как однажды во время обсуждения кто-то сказал, что мы добровольно не соглашались родиться. Это случилось против нашего желания. И ответ Гуруджи: вы уже подписали соглашение. И мой вопрос связан с тем, что это за соглашение и с кем мы его подписали.
Evgenia's question is connected to one question which was given to you and recorded in the Upanishad of Immortality. The question she is quoting is, I remember that once you told us that we never agreed to get a birth, to be born, and we didn't want that to happen. And your answer was you have already made a contract, a commitment to be born. Evgenia's question is, what is this sort of contract or commitment, and with whom do we sign it, like a document, like a paper?
So someone very high up there who is the director of all this play and different life stories he is creating. So we agreed to play a part in it. We are all actors here. Performing. Yes.
Okay.
Ответ Гуруджи, аналогия, что здесь мы все актеры, мы какая-то высшая мощь, высшая суть, которая управляет рождениями и смертями, которая ведет свою игру, и мы подписали соглашение быть героями, сыграть какую-то роль в этой пьесе, и поэтому мы должны perform, то есть работать на сцене, проживать то, что подписали, тот договор. Такой ответ.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam Guruji. Jai Guruji.
Thank you.
Jai Guruji. And the next question from your disciple, Yuri.
Hello, Guruji. Pranam. Happy to see you. You look very good, as usual.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I have one question, and I need help with translation.
Okay.
Конечно.
Татьяна, в последнее время у меня чаще начинает болеть шея. Я не знаю, с чем это связано. Либо с практикой, либо, может быть, какие-то другие причины. И в практике мне сложнее делать определенные движения. Я хотел спросить у Гуруджи, как мне это расценивать? Что-то нужно изменить? Пройдет само, к врачу обратиться? Какие в этом смысле рекомендации? Спасибо.
Guruji, Yuri's question is about the practice and the body. He has noticed that his neck has started to hurt. He doesn't know if it is connected to practice or it's just happening due to some other reasons. But he wanted to ask you, what advice could you give? Should he go to the doctor, wait until it gets better on itself, or maybe change something?
I think if he's having this problem, he should better consult a doctor.
Такая проблема, лучше всего обратиться к врачу.
Okay, I understand. Thank you, Pranam Guruji.
All the best.
Thank you. Все, я закончил. Спасибо.
Спасибо. Thank you, Guruji. Let's go back to Ksenia. She tried once. Hope this time the connection will be good. Ksenia, if not, you may just switch off the video and the sound will be good.
Okay, Pranam Guruji. My question is about evolution. According to your understanding of the world, is it true that people were evolved from bacteria and mammals and monkeys? Thank you.
Okay. We are evolving finally.
Sorry?
We are evolving slowly and slowly.
Okay, but is monkey our predecessors or not?
I have no idea. It was Darwin's statement. We don't know. No monkey has come forward to say to me that I am your ancestor. So I don't know how Darwin discovered that. But then scientists say our genomes are so much similar, so maybe that's why some people keep behaving like monkeys. It could be true. We have no idea.
Okay,
But
thank you.
as human beings, we are getting better and better, evolving. Yes, next.
I think I was. I think I should ask something more.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
And the next question from Olga. Olga, please. Olga Levy. Can you switch on your camera?
Yes. Pranam
Thank you, Olga.
Guruji. Thank you for your time that you spent on us. Beautiful day. I have one question about my practice. After I doing some asanas and breathing techniques for the last 10 days, I realized that my emotions became absolutely indifferent and blank. For example, I cannot say I feel happy or I feel sad, I feel angry or hungry, etc. And when I try to count some numbers or read something or watch some video, I realize that I do not understand, or I do not, I cannot catch up this analysis. So it seems like my brain is becoming very much blank, like not idiotic, but like do not understand anything. I can sit, for example, for 3 days. For example, I can sit, I can walk, I can do some physical exercise, I do something mechanically, but I do not react on physical irritation. For example, when lately I heard a very sharp sound, my body did not react on this sound. Could you please explain what is happening and what time will it take to come out of this situation? Thank you.
Actually, it is a sign of development. Your mind is becoming stronger, so you are in between. The development has just begun, so your reactions are different to certain situations now. As you will continue to do your practice, you will begin to understand. Whatever you will see, some video or something, you will immediately understand the essence of it. You don't have to even to go through all the video or anything. You will just start to understand. So that is the beginning of it. In the beginning, it will feel as if your mind has gone blank. In fact, it is not blank. It has calmed down to a certain level. And a deeper understanding is waiting to come out of it. So have patience. Keep practicing. It will pass.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji. And the next question, Anna.
Pranam Guruji. Jai Guruji. My name is Oksana. I'm from Moscow. Татьяна, я прошу, помогите, пожалуйста, с переводом.
Да, конечно, Оксана.
Я бы хотела спросить у вас, возможно ли вообще быть менее восприимчивой к энергетике, к энергии других людей, с которыми плотно взаимодействуешь? А главный вопрос, как не распылять свою энергию, так как я сейчас не могу попросить принять меня в традицию, с этим есть вопрос. Я нарабатываю энергию с помощью техники Притхви, намаскар, медитации и практики дживамукти, йога, асан, соответственно. Энергия нарабатывается, но, судя по всему, я как-то ей не умею, что ли, она распыляется. Это вот возможно, это все как-то контролируемо мною, этой энергией управлять?
Guruji, Oksana's first question is about her high sensitivity and being able to perceive other people's energy. Her question is how to become less sensitive and less pliable to feel other people's energy, because it is it might be very uncomfortable for her, how not to lose her own energy in contacting and in communicating with other people whom she feels so intensely.
She is very good if she is so sensitive and she can feel the energy of other people. And it should not be a disturbance, because with time she will learn to insulate this ability of her. And when she will become a little bit more strong, it will be very easy for her to deal with these things. So she should not worry about it. This ability to insulate herself will develop slowly. It's just a matter of time. Have patience and just remain strong. Okay.
Оксан, я пока задала первый вопрос, сейчас я переведу и задам ваш второй. Гуруджи сказал, что это не должно быть проблемой, что вы очень-очень чувствительная, и пока у вас нет как бы оболочки вокруг вас. Но при этом вот восприятие других людей, это не является проблемой, и со временем, когда вы станете сильнее, вы просто будете по-другому к этому относиться, по-другому это воспринимать. Не нужно ничего уменьшать. Соответственно, просто стать сильнее со временем, и это уже не будет вас совершенно беспокоить. Сейчас я задам второй вопрос про распыление энергии. Guruji, and Oksana's second question is about her energy. She is not yet a disciple, but she wants to become one very much when it is possible. For now, she's gaining energy by doing Pritya Namaskar, but by meditating and doing yogasanas. But all this energy she gathers inside, she doesn't know where it goes. It just seems to disperse into the air. What should be done about this problem? How to control?
Nothing, it is not going away. It is just being stored up inside her.
Guruji сказал, что он...
should not worry about it.
Guruji... Оксан, Гуруджи сказал, что, скорее всего, эта энергия просто внутри вас, и она никуда не может деться и не распыляется, и здесь он тоже не видит проблему. Guruji, and if this energy is inside her, should she do anything with it? How to do something?
No need. She should continue to develop it more.
Я спросила, нужно ли вам что-то делать с этой энергией, если она внутри вас. Гуруджи ответил, что продолжать ее, напомнил, что сказал еще ранее, продолжать вам ее же развивать, то есть как бы накапливать. Ничего. Да, не нужно ничего делать, пока не станет больше энергии. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Thank you for Rudraksha. Thank you.
Guruji, and the final question for today from your disciple. Please.
Okay. Yes.
Пожалуйста, Киселев, Виталий, мне кажется, если права, то вы включите звук. Guruji, just a second.
Ага.
Okay.
Добрый день, Guruji.
Добрый день.
У меня к вам такой вопрос. Как-то на Даршане я спрашивал, как вы научились часами сидеть в лотосе и испытывали, была ли у вас боль в коленях. И вы рассказали, что когда вы сидели, у вас была сначала боль в коленях, потом она перешла в бедра, в таз, в поясницу, и постепенно боль поднялась до горла. И как бы вы сказали, что когда вы пережили вот этот момент, когда боль была во всем теле, и вы пережили вот этот момент, то после этого вы могли сидеть сколько угодно времени, и боли больше у вас в теле не было, то есть вас боль не беспокоила. Я бы хотел, чтобы вы еще раз это прокомментировали, и сказали, с какой попытки у вас это получилось. Вот такой у меня вопрос.
Guruji, his question is about recalling once your story. When you were asked at the darshan, how did you develop the ability to remain in the lotus posture for ages, for a lot of time without feeling you need to go out, without feeling pain. And here recalls your answer, which was first, when you just started your practice in the lotus, your knees hurt, your thighs hurt, and then your pelvis, and then your pain went into the lower back, and then up to the throat. And when you were able to withstand all this pain and pressure after that, suddenly when you was in lotus, all the pain has gone away. It went away. So he would like to listen to the story again, to maybe to some comments on the story. How could it be done, and from what number of attempts were you able to achieve this accomplishment?
Well, it took a few years. It didn't happen very soon, because you have to have great patience and perseverance to continue to do it, and just tolerating some pain also. And then after some time, the legs will go to sleep. Like you will not feel the sensation, the blood circulation will be almost minimum, and they will go to sleep, numb. And this numbness will increase up to your neck. The whole body will become numb. But then there was no pain, and you are able to sit in lotus for many, many hours. But I think if you have enough patience, anyone can do that. Not a very big thing to achieve.
Ответ Гуруджи, что действительно этот процесс занял несколько лет, и для него потребовалось великое терпение и настойчивость в практике, и способность выносить некое количество боли. Гуруджи уточнил, что после долгого времени в лотосе ноги как бы засыпают, становятся бесчувственными, и это ощущение бесчувственности затем распространяется на все тело, и уже после этого, через какое-то время, практика в лотосе становится возможной в течение огромного количества часов. При должном старании Гуруджи считает, что любой человек, любой практикующий может этого достигнуть.
То есть нам придется каждому пережить этот опыт, да?
The question is, should we, all of us, try to have such an experience, to have such an accomplishment?
I think if you want to progress in your practice to the ultimate goal, I think everybody will go through this stage. It's just a matter of time and motivation. It's not a compulsory thing for everybody. It is only for very ambitious people who want to achieve the goal. So they will continue to tolerate these things. It all depends on the motive. So if you have that motive to achieve that thing, you will go through it. But besides this lotus, you also need to continue to do physical exercises. So the blood circulation will remain good even after lotus.
Гуруджи ответил, Гуруджи ответил, что здесь вопрос мотива, мотивации, и не всем это нужно, сидеть часами в лотосе, но если вам это нужно, то вы сможете этого достигнуть путем регулярной практики и пройдя через вот эти трудности в своей практике. То есть это возможно. И также Гуруджи напомнил, что нужно делать физические упражнения, чтобы сохранять циркуляцию крови в ногах, когда вы делаете практику в лотосе много часов. Также не забывайте про физические упражнения. Такой ответ.
Хорошо. Еще я хотел спросить, если сейчас идет такая всеобщая вакцинация, можно ставить вакцину от ковида?
And the classical question for our uncertain times is about vaccination. Should we do it if it's so widespread nowadays in all our countries?
You can do it. What's the problem?
Гуруджи не видит никаких проблем с вакцинацией, можете делать.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Guruji, I do remember that one disciple once asked you a question. So the question was like, Guruji, would you like to, where do you prefer to swim? In the ocean or in the sea? Guruji, your answer was, I prefer to swim in the ocean of pure consciousness.
Yes.
Because
Exactly.
Guruji, because Alexandra, she wrote that she's sending tones or the ocean of gratitude for the darshan, and she would like to share what she heard. As one participant were speaking about Govardhan, she pronounced like Garvardhan, not Govardhan, but Garvardhan.
That is fine.
Yeah, I mean, but this is like that Govardhan is the place as a really crossroad for different dimensions. And a new dimension by this.
Yes, I hope, yes.
And these online darshan are open. Guruji, thank you,
Thank you.
1008 times for being with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Oh, Guruji.
Thank you. Okay.
Just a second, Guruji, just a second.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, give us a second. Если вы хотите дать пранам, пожалуйста, дайте пранам. Я должна была включить звук.
Pranam Guruji, thank you.
Pranam
Guruji.
Pranam
Guruji.
Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.
Pranam Guruji.
Gurudev.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Jai Guruji.